What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping in to talk about new content coming to Destiny 2 this week, as well as updates, changes, new weapons, quests, and more. Initially, there will be a patch today, so this is update 8262. That also means a bit of downtime. We'll round up what we know there. Also, we've got the first Iron Banner since Bungie added the Nature Reclaimed, so that's a new Solar Scout Rifle we'll be able to pick up this week. They additionally give us extra info on some of the rotations for activities this week, and of course, Rite of the Nine is dropping for the first time with Ghosts of the Deep, so we'll speak about changes there. There are some updates to rewards, as well as the currency, plus Bungie bounties, that'll drop a new emblem, and a few other things to round up in the video today. So, as always guys, I hope you find this one useful, and if you do, help us out by hitting the subscribe button down below. Around 50% of viewers on this channel haven't subscribed yet, so if you want to support us, that makes a massive difference, but otherwise, let's get into it. And so, ahead of the weekly reset today, we do get a new update. This will be update 8262, probably bring in small fixes and adjustments ultimately, but of course, as always, there'll be a little bit of downtime. So, Bungie are saying at 8:35 AM PDT, Destiny 2 and the API will be brought offline for expected maintenance. That will last for a little under an hour and a half. And then the game should be live with that update, and I'll keep you posted with patch notes as Bungie haven't announced anything specific just yet, so we should get those at reset, and as always, I'll keep you up to date. Another component dropping this week though is the return of Iron Banner, so Bungie said starting May 20th, Iron Banner will be back for another week. And on top of the other rewards that we've had since Revenant, there'll be a new scout rifle called Nature Reclaimed. Bungie Ad will be able to focus it once unlocked in collections. So keep that in mind, maybe stash up some engrams until you get the initial drop of the weapon in case you do want to focus it. As we mentioned, it's a lightweight frame Solar Scout, and in terms of perks, for traits at least, in the first slot we have Outlaw, as well as Killing Wind, Rapid Hit, Shoot to Loot, plus there is Lone Wolf, and Heal Clip. Then in the second slot, we've got Desperate Measures, Box Breath-In, Explosive Payload, Incandescent, Precision Instrument, and Kill Clip. So there are a few good options on this one. There is of course Heal Clip and Kill Clip, that'll be interesting. Heal Clip Incandescent will be popular as well. Plus there are a couple of stat boosts and reload boosts with Outlaw and Rapid Hit in the first trait slot. Obviously if you want Explosive Payload to pair up with those, or Precision Instrument, safe to say there are at least a couple of decent combos here, but let us know down below whether the new Scout Rifle piques your interest or not. Either way, that will be available alongside other popular things like Tenacious Mastery if you're still hunting one of those, or indeed any of the armor added in the past few seasons, so share your thoughts below. Otherwise, Bungie also outlined that Hardware Supremacy will be in the Crucible Rotator this week as well. And Hardware is a game modifier that disables both your super and abilities, making everyone focus entirely on the quality of their gunplay, so if you want a more gunplay focused mode in the Crucible, that'll also be up for grabs this week. Otherwise, onto Rite of the Nine, Bungie changed the calendar, and that means that Ghosts of the Deep will be featured this week. So each dungeon will be featured for 2 weeks now, that means Ghosts will be up for the next 2 resets. And Bungie have said they're increasing the Nonary Manifold currency drop rates that can be exchanged for additional weapons. So that's good at base, plus the second week of a given dungeon will also feature increased weapon drops where rewards can drop from any enemy defeat, and hollow foils will be included in that as well. So that's good to know for the next 2 weeks with Ghosts. Otherwise, starting on June 17th, Bungie have said all Rite dungeons will be available to play at any time on any difficulty, and increased currency drops will be active for all 3 dungeons. On top of that, each week a featured dungeon will have increased weapon drops, and that will begin with Spire of the Watcher on the 17th, followed by Ghosts of the Deep on June 24th, and ending with Prophecy on July 1st. On top of that, on July 8th, the Loot Palooza will begin, and all 3 dungeons will have all reward bonuses enabled for the final week of Heresy, alongside a new way to spend the Nonary Manifold currency. And of course, that will be the week before Edge of Fate, so keep those changes in mind for upcoming weeks in Rite of the Nine over the next 2 months. Otherwise, last week I did discuss some of the quests that will be available for Ghosts of the Deep, as well as weapon perk selections. It was unfortunate because we expected that rotation to change at the last reset, but this week it is in fact relevant, which is good to know, so here's the section regarding quests and weapon pools for this week. Also, if you're looking to complete the title for Rite of the Nine, there are the additional triumphs to get gold scores for each encounters, both on Eternity and Ultimatum modes. And for the Eternity version, we'll get a new emblem called Esper. Additionally, keep in mind, there appear to be 2 new collectibles in each dungeon, so we got the first 2 for Spire last week, there'll be another 2 in the dungeon featured this week, so be sure to keep an eye out for those, or indeed a guide, once players have the opportunity to jump in. I do have a full breakdown of all of the potential weapon rolls for Rite of the Nine Guns, but a quick mention for those available this week. Looking at the Greasy Luck, which is a rapid-fire solar glaive. Interestingly, this one is able to get heal clip, as well as incandescent, so that could be quite an interesting combo for a glaive. It can also roll replenish engages, as well as lead from gold, melee momentum, plus it has beacon rounds or reconstruction. The second slot is also able to get redirection, and we've seen how strong that bonus can be after it got a bit of a rework earlier on in the season, so it's going to be worth checking out. Otherwise, close to melee, as well as unstoppable force, chain reaction, and sword logic can roll in that second slot. Then we have the Cold Comfort, which is a stasis aggressive frame rocket launcher. First trait slot can get Envious Arsenal, as well as reconstruction, Rhyme Stealer, plus it has impulse amplifier, trekking, and perpetual motion. Then the second slot's able to roll elemental owning, explosive light, bait and switch, plus we have chill clip, sword logic, and bipod. Arguably, the original version of Cold Comfort can get better rolls, but Envious Arsenal and Reconstruction might be okay, as well as Elemental Owning and Bait and Switch, or indeed Explosive Light for damage. Next though, there is the No Survivors, an aggressive frame solar SMG, and it can get Demolitionist, Surplus, Rangefinder, as well as Rewind Rounds, Heal Clip, and Attrition Orbs. Then in the second slot, Target Lock, Adrenaline Junkie, Incandescent, Zen Moment, plus it can get Master of Arms or Sword Logic, so Heal Clip Incandescent combo is there, which I feel like at least a few players will go after. Otherwise, there's the new Pacific Epitaph, a stasis wave frame, and it can roll Demolitionist, Unrelenting, Lead from Gold, Envious Arsenal, Rhyme Stealer, or Recycled Energy, with the second slot able to get Kill Clip, Adrenaline Junkie, Redirection, Chain Reaction, Elemental Owning, and Sword Logic. In terms of slightly more unique stuff, Rhyme Stealer might be a decent one, and also having Redirection on it is again worth playing around with. Otherwise, as players have discussed, many of the rolls aren't necessarily that interesting. There are one or two combos which make these a bit different, but as always, give us your thoughts on them down in the comment section. A final mention here, but on May 22nd, which will be this Thursday, Bungie are holding a Bungie Bounty for Good, where they'll be playing in the Crucible, offering chances at the Faster Than Light emblem. So if you win on the same team as the Bungie Foundation folks, you'll unlock the emblem, and indeed also, if you beat them, you'll get it as well. Pretty cool one, and if you want more info about the Bungie Bounty, I'll link it in the description box. But for today, that is what we have to speak about. So as always, I hope the video has been helpful. Once again, if it has, get subscribed. That makes a massive difference to me here on YouTube, plus a like rating and comment below would be very much appreciated too. Otherwise, I'll keep you up to date through the week, and for now, I hope you guys have an awesome day.